Hey everyone, good to be live. I don't think I've ever been live on LinkedIn, but here we go. My name is Angelo Esposito. I'm the CEO of Wisk.ai. Wisk is a food and beverage intelligence platform. We really help streamline back house operations for restaurants and bars. Typically, when we hire remote, we look for SDR slash AE roles. We've also looked for some kind of support and onboarding roles. But I think that really, um, one of the things at Whisk is we actually were hiring remote pre-COVID. So the funny thing is, it was kind of our secret weapon. It was like, great, this is a competitive edge because we can hire people that maybe had other good offers at bigger companies or more traditional companies, but they value the flexibility of working remote. So that was a big competitive edge. Post-COVID world, a lot more companies, as you see, are going remote or already are remote. Some are going back to office, but I'm a believer in the remote culture. It's not for everyone, but I think if you do it properly, you can work asynchronously properly. I think there's a lot of potential to be efficient and to find talent. And the analogy I give, again, depends on the industry, depends on the team, but for us it works. And the analogy I give is, imagine, you were on a quest to find your better half, your soulmate. What are the chances that soulmates and your better half is in a 10-mile radius? What are the chances they're in the same city, right? Now, what if you can take the pool of the whole world, right? So that's how I feel about talent when you kind of open it up to the world. For me specifically, I'm a big fan of Latin America. There's a lot of potential. So why did I decide to hire in Latin America? I think really, like, I spent quite a bit of time in Colombia, and for me, I think that there's a good culture in Colombia. You have a mix of really hardworking talent, good, smart, hardworking talent, and then this is in Latin America in general. I'm just singling out Colombia, but in general. Um, but because the cost of living is a lot lower, I find that it's actually nice to do win-win. So I'm not the type of guy that I don't want to exploit anyone. I don't want to be in a situation where, I feel like, this feels weird, I'm taking advantage, and this pay is not livable. But what's nice about at least the people we've hired is been a win-win, because it's been cost savings for Whisk, but it's been higher than average salaries for the people in Latin America. So it's actually kind of a nice feeling, because it's a win-win on both sides, and you're getting good talent at a good price, which is impossible to do if you're doing it in the United States, for instance. Working with CloudTask, I'd say there's a couple key benefits. One, it's time savings. So I'd say on the, I don't have to hire my own HR or internal HR department and worry about the actual end-to-end process and picking and choosing and interviewing. It's quite time consuming. So I think the fact that I'm able to, or every time I've hired, I was able to simply look on the marketplace, filter, sort as I wish, watch actual videos, so you get a good sense of what people do, how they're at, they answer a few questions, so you kind of get that initial sense. So I find it saves a lot of time. So what I did, I looked at it, a couple key filters, I watched some videos, I picked like my top 5, my top 10, then they hook up all the interviews. I just share my Calendly link with them. Next thing you know, I do my interviews, I have my process, scorecards, this, that, and they made it easy. The other big benefit I would say with CloudTask that I think was pretty helpful was, apart from finding the talent, obviously, and the time savings of hiring them, was the actual payment process. They made it pretty seamless. The contract work, the payments. For us, we simply pay with a credit card, so it's pretty seamless. So I would say that's probably the main, I guess, benefits that at least I've personally seen that I would share with you guys regarding CloudTask.